Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to tell you a very strange and disturbing story. This story affected me so much that I couldn't sleep for nights. And the worst part, the story isn't over yet. It all started last month. My mom was doing some spring cleaning and asked me to empty out my old closet. You know how much unnecessary stuff we accumulate during school years. Anyway, an old bag fell from the top shelf of the closet, just a regular backpack from my high school days. But the bag wasn't mine. Inside were books, pencils, and most importantly, a purple diary. When I flipped through the pages, I froze. On the first page was a name, Emma Parker minus 2022 Emma. This name sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember from where. When I started reading the diary, everything clicked. Emma was a girl from our school, 1 year younger than me, and ... She had died in a car accident last year. The diary contained very disturbing things. She wrote about experiencing very strange events in her final months. She mentioned that someone with an unknown identity was following her, that she was receiving weird messages on her phone. And the most terrifying part was this: it's like someone knew I was going to die. I know what's going through your mind right now. Ryan, this could just be a young girl's paranoia. I thought the same thing until I read the last pages of the diary. Her final entry was just 2 days before the accident. And she had written this: if something happens to me, I want everyone to know this isn't an accident. If anyone knows the truth, I hid my bag in my old locker at school. There's evidence among my belongings. Guys, my hair stood on end at that moment because this bag was now in my hands. That meant that old locker had become my locker. I started examining the rest of the bag. There were printouts of Emma's phone call records. She had been constantly called by the same number, but that number wasn't registered. There were also photos, pictures of Emma's house, her school. But Emma didn't take these photos because Emma was also in the photos. So someone was secretly photographing her. And then I found those messages, screenshots she had taken from her phone. They came from an unknown number. I can see you. You can't escape. Your time has come. Be ready for October 23rd, guys. Emma died in the accident on October 3 RD. At this point, I knew I had to go to the police. But first, I wanted to see Emma's family. Maybe they were also aware of these strange events. I called Emma's mother. I introduced myself and told her I found the bag. The mother was very surprised because the police had told them they had handed over all of Emma's belongings to them. This bag was never in the records. I met with the mother and gave her the bag. When she read the diary, she burst into tears. Emma had told us about this situation, but we didn't take it seriously enough, she said. We just thought it was young girl fantasies. We went to the police. They reopened the case. And guys, 3 weeks later we got big news. The police had found that unknown number. The owner of the number turned out to be Emma's ex-boyfriend, who was revealed to be obsessive. And the most shocking part, it was determined that the brake cables in the man's car had been cut. So Emma's accident really wasn't an accident. But guys, the story doesn't end here. Because last week ... strange messages started coming to my phone too. You learned the truth. Your turn. He gave Emma a voice. I don't know who's sending these messages. The police say the person they caught is still in custody. But then who's sending these messages? Maybe Emma's killer had accomplices. Maybe I learned too much. I don't know, guys, but I'm starting to get scared. I told you this story because if something happens to me too, I want everyone to know the truth. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember ... some stories really never end.